Hello, Taurus. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me for your April 2020 ASMR tarot forecast. It's been quite a month. For the April readings, I will be using the Marigold Tarot, which I got from the Kickstarter, but I think you can buy them also now. And I will be using this White Witch Tarot deck to clarify if that's necessary. That's not really a jumper. Okay. My campfire candle is getting pretty low. I don't have very much left, as you can see. I'll have to get a new one soon. Maybe I'll be able to do that at some point. What's this about? Knight of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, and a Two of Cups reversed. So maybe because of fate, someone who was rash with their emotions, possibly with you, things are changing. Death. Oh, what's this? So we also have the Queen of Cups coming out. We have a lot of cups coming out. Feeling like a lot of emotion for Taurus right now. And especially if you have water in your chart, look at where your water signs are. All right, Taurus. Let's see what's going on. Crazy, crazy happenings in the world today. All right. And put the rest of the cards away. Just temporarily. All right. I also have this, it's chrysocolla with malachite inclusions, so I wanted to show that to you before we get started. It's kind of crumbly, little pieces come off. It's been a rough month, huh? Right. So, we have first things coming out. The star, and it's crossed by the Knight of Wands. The star is all about, it's Aquarius's card. It's all about coming into your own, maybe becoming famous, really tapping into your full potential. And then the Knight of Wands is about your creative energies and being able to throw yourself into your creative projects. The next card we have is a card from your past, the leading up to. And it's this Knight of Cups coming out again, and it's in the reverse. So all of these things are based in a time where you let your emotional states control you. Then we have, in the current state, it's the Hierophant. The Hierophant is a very interesting card. He is someone who's very driven by the rules of religion, morality, but not morality for the sake of doing what's right. It's more like morality for morality's own sake. This could be a card representing marriage. It could be a card representing adherence to dogma. And it could be, if it's reversed, it could be like an over rigidity in your spiritual life. Upright, it often is marriage, but it could also be about learning new things about yourself on a specific spiritual path. Like if you were studying Reiki, or if you were studying Buddhism and meditating a lot, that could be something that comes up. Or becoming a spiritual leader. You don't have to be a man to be a spiritual leader, of course. How about the future? 10 of Cups, and it's in the reverse. So things are not always what they seem. Something really amazing is going to be coming in the future, but not in the month of April. It might be happening by your birthday, but it is related to this card, the Star, coming out. You're going to be set on your life path. And right now, you're kind of in limbo. This is the Destiny card. So, yeah, the Hanged Man being about like, right now, everybody's really tied up in these quarantine situations and unfortunate financial situations that have occurred because of that. But that final outcome of all of this is that you're actually going to find yourself having a lot more freedom. And it'll be because of whatever work you're putting in to yourself during this time. All right, so before I move on, something just occurred to me. I was about to pull this card. So if you are on a specific spiritual path, some of those do require a certain amount of sacrifice. And I think that for some of you, not all, it's going to be about how the early part of your spiritual teaching is occurring right now. And that at some point in the future, you will be required to make some kind of sacrifice to continue with that path. Okay, now we can move on. This is your card, how you are interacting with the world around you. And it's the Six of Swords. And it is about a journey, a movement somewhere else. It doesn't have to be a physical movement. It could be retreating from others. Although I don't see the Hermit card here, and I'm really not getting a sense of that energy right now. But Six of Swords is definitely about going somewhere else. Let's find out more. I'll probably clarify that card. We have the Eight of Swords reversed, so the rest of the world is seeing you as not being trapped anymore in a certain situation. And let's see about your hopes and fears. We have the Nine of Wands coming out, and it's reversed. Nine of Wands is like being left to guard the fortress. Having to, be defend things on your own. But with the sense that there's kind of a respite as well, because it's not like the Seven of Wands where this man is defending a mountaintop. It's more like being left to guard the gate after a hard-won victory of keeping the city from being sieged. And here it's in the reverse. Maybe it's that You're afraid you won't be trusted? I'll clarify this too, probably, because most of this other stuff seems pretty well tied up. The final outcome. It's the Four of Cups reversed. Now is actually the time to act on some things. That even though it seems like now is not the time to act, you have everything you need in front of you to make a decision that's going to take you quite a ways. And there's a lot that you can do even without leaving your house. Although maybe it is important for you to separate yourself to an extent and take yourself somewhere else. So yeah, I'm going to clarify these cards, and I'll clear the rest of this away. Alright, so this is you and how you're interacting with the world. This is your hopes and fears, and this is the future, the final outcome of the reading. Excuse me. Alright. I won't be reading reversals with this clarifying deck. It is the Major Arcana of the Tarot only. And I have drawn on it the correspondences from the Brotherhood of Light tarot deck, which I did use for March readings. Alright, where does this go? Does it go here? It's the Hierophant again. Interesting. And actually, Mercury in Virgo. So, Mercury in Virgo would be having a very analytical sense of self when it comes to your communication and your interactions with others and your approach to learning. You're worried about guarding your own fortress, or being the one to guard the fortress. Like, what happens if I'm the one? All right. The Lovers. So, it's a choice you have to make, this leaving Or it's possible that you've met someone who lives somewhere else that's farther away and you decide to move to be closer to them. We also have justice. And of course, we've got like the Suicide King situation here. An eye for an eye makes everyone blind. Blah, blah, blah. Making things right, as far as like you moving somewhere or going somewhere, it's possible that you're making a decision to make things right for yourself. And temperance is all about being balanced. So all of these things are good factors when you're looking at relocating somewhere. Alright, so we had the Hierophant here for the Nine of Wands. I just kind of like... I got the sense that's where it needed to go. The Nine of Wands being reversed is like you, for whatever reason, it's going to be different for everyone. For whatever reason, you are not the best person to be guarding public welfare, necessarily. Your higher purpose is elsewhere, and that's, I think, why the Hierophant is coming up. We also have the Hermit card coming out for this, so that makes a lot of sense. And the Fool. Now, what the Fool is urging you to do is to go into situations with an open mind and without a lot of preconceived notions based on your past experiences. All right, and so now we have the Four of Cups here. Time to act, time to act. All right, fine. The Moon is all about twilight, obscurity, trickery. It's Uranus and Pluto and Uranus energy, according to Brotherhood of Light. Correspondences too much to get out too fast. So I think things are very unclear right now, but it's, even though things are unclear, it's still time to act. And yeah, the Moon and the High Priestess coming out together like this, very much meaning that like things are going to be very obscure, but you know what you need to do. And strength, and you'll have the strength to do that. All right, Taurus, well, I really appreciate you joining me for your monthly reading. I know everybody's going through quite a stressful time right now, and I hope that you haven't been affected too adversely. But if this, I feel like for some of you, this might be triggering you to consider moving to a less densely populated area, possibly. I hope all of you are well. I hope you stay safe. And I hope to see you again soon for your birthday reading in May. Thank you, Taurus. Have a good one.